Yes, sir! Toronto Raptors news, boys. Pascal Siakam needs to be himself. Why do I say this, boys? So I'm going to use yesterday's game as an example. Pascal Siakam, first half, 4 points, 1 for 7 shooting from the field. Had an absolutely awful start, was trying to find his game, was trying to figure out where he could score, trying to figure out what the matchups were that were going to work for him. And at first, he was just really forcing it, doing a lot of things that you don't want to see. I'm going to get more into that later in the video. So second half, he scores 15 points on 6 of 12 shooting. The only difference in his performance is that he started being himself. So this video, I'm going to break down exactly why we need Siakam to be himself. So why do I say this, guys? Siakam, he's doing too much. And I wrote a lot of fucking notes for this video because I take it that serious. Like, I take this stuff very serious. I was writing notes while I was watching the game. If you guys follow me on IG, you know I've been talking about the Raptors, talking about how I'm watching the game and stuff like that. So Pascal Siakam, he's doing too much. He needs to be himself. So I understand that he signed a max contract with the Raptors. He feels pressured by the organization, by the fans, by the media to be this quote-unquote number one guy on offense. That is not what we need Siakam to do. What we need Siakam to do is be himself. That would benefit him the most, and it would benefit us the most as a team. By him being himself, that's what we truly need him to do to make him worth that contract. We don't need him to try and be a number one option, because what I'm seeing from Siakam this season is what he thinks he needs to do is be Kawhi. He thinks he needs to replace Kawhi. That's not what we need from you, bro. Siakam does his worst basketball when he's in the mid-range with the ball in his hands trying to create. When Pascal Siakam starts ball handling in the mid-range, all it leads to is a forced pass which ends up being a turnover, or a bad mid-range shot that's contested and ends up short. We saw that all night last night against the Mavericks, and we've been seeing it all season. The last thing you want to see is Pascal Siakam in the mid-range trying to create. And I understand that that's part of growing pains and that's part of getting better, is doing those things. But when you start being yourself, those things all become easier to do. And I'm going to explain that. So what do I mean when I say Siakam needs to be himself, guys? When I say that, I mean he needs to focus on his strengths. Once you're executing on your strengths in game regularly, that's going to give you the confidence that when in the flow of the offense, the moment arises where maybe you're in the mid-range and you have the opportunity to beat your man off the dribble or create a shot, that's when you can execute and take advantage of these opportunities, because you gain the confidence from executing on your strengths and getting those things done and seeing the ball go in, that now you have the confidence that in this moment you can beat your man off the dribble. Whereas the opposite happens if you're focusing on your weaknesses, which it seems to be what Siakam is doing. He's spending a lot of time focusing on trying to do things he's not necessarily good at so that he can improve at them. But I think that the strategy he needs to employ is focus on the things that you're already good at to allow the floor to open up for you so that you have more opportunities to work on the things that you're not good at. So what exactly are Pascal Siakam's strengths that I want him to focus on? This is what I think Siakam does. I have a whole list here of what I think Siakam does well. He's a great cutter, great roller, great roll man. He's a great corner three-point shooter. Not above the break three-point, off the dribble three-point shooter. Corner three shooter, space the floor. He's a great active defender. He's great at keeping the ball moving. Off a pick and roll. We saw it last night. Kyle Lowry, Pascal Siakam pick and roll. Siakam gets the ball off the pick and roll. He's rolling to the rim, catches the ball. One quick pass to the corner. Stanley Johnson for 3. Or OG Anunoby for 3. This is what he's good at, boys. Rolling to the rim. We don't need to see this stuff. What else is he good at? So I said cutting. I said as a roller. I said corner threes. Keeping the ball moving. What else is he good at? He's a great screen setter. He's an active defender, high energy defender. Pascal Siakam's biggest strength is his motor. Why I like Siakam's motor is because his high energy on defense leads and creates turnovers with the team that allow him to activate one of his other strengths, one of his best strengths, which is being a fast break outlet. That's what made us all fall in love with Spicy P in the championship season, because The defense that we had was frenetic and impressive. We'd create a lot of turnovers, and then you look up the court, Siakam is already at the damn rim. The defense hasn't even had a chance to get back yet. Siakam is already at the rim, quick outlet pass, spicy P, Euro step, dunk, layup, whatever the case may be. That's what your strengths are, Siakam. Get out in the break, be a high-energy defender, pick and rolls, corner threes. That's what your game is. That's what you're good at. Focus on your strengths and your numbers will come. In that championship season, because you were the third option and Kyle and Kawhi were there, you focused on your strengths because you had no choice. You had no opportunity to do all this mid-range bullshit. And you had a great season. During that season, you averaged about 16.7 points. This season, you're averaging about 18.9 points, and you're shooting 5 more field goal attempts per game. What does that tell me? You're shooting 5 more shots to score 2 more points, and you've changed your whole entire game. Maybe you need to go back to maybe not shooting as much, or even shooting as much, but just shooting the shots you were shooting when Kawhi and Kyle were there. Yes, I understand, guys, that there's going to be more attention to him on the defense without a guy like Kawhi there. But that's not my point. My point is he needs to focus on his game. Now, what will happen to the team if Siakam does start focusing on his game? Well, first of all, if he doesn't focus on his game and he keeps doing this mid-range bullshit, it's just going to keep leading to more and more turnovers. His confidence is going to get lower and lower. If he does focus on his strengths and actually can be the Siakam we know he is, this is what it will lead to. We saw it yesterday. Siakam, he had a fast break transition bucket, which is one of his strengths. He hit the ball and he hit the shot and he had missed so many shots before. He started screaming. He's like, let's go. You know how Siakam is. He gets excited when he gets those fast break opportunities. He loves seeing his team get a defensive stop. So this is what we need to see from you. When you're focusing on your strengths, it gives you the confidence. It gives you the energy. And that energy and confidence is contagious. The same way that lackadaisical shrug your shoulders down head energy is contagious when you're missing these threes that you're forcing. You're missing these mid-range shots that you're forcing. That energy is contagious, bro. Siakam, you could do so much better for the team if you just took a step back to take a step forward. Focus on what you're good at, bro. By you getting out of the mid-range and focusing on what you're good at with pick and rolls, spacing the floor with corner threes, coming off dribble handoffs, attacking the rim strong, attacking as a roller, you're opening up the offense for the rest of the team. You're going to have less turnovers because you're not doing that mid-range bullshit. You're going to force more turnovers on defense because you're going to have more energy to be an active, high-energy defender. And you're going to get more fast break points as a team because we're forcing more turnovers. Let me look at my notes quickly. Yeah, guys, I think that's really much all I wanted to say about Siakam is he just needs to be himself. He has so many strengths, guys. I understand that he wants to expand his game so he can feel like he's truly worth that max contract, but it will come. Look at OG Anunoby. He does his role well. His role is being an active defender, lockdown defender, hitting three-point shots when he can, attacking the closeout when necessary, and then when he's doing all these things, when the opportunity comes for him to beat a man off the dribble or create in the post, he takes advantage of those things because he's already gained confidence from doing so well in his role. Siakam, I just need you to do the same thing, bro. What do you guys think that the Raptors and Siakam need to do to improve this season? Let's talk about it in the comments. Anyways, guys, that's the video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. We have new NBA discussions every week. Go Raptors. 5-game winning streak coming up.